Afade, I'm Dr. Luan Wen. So I'm a family and integrative medicine physician. So my ikigai is to fill your purpose through vibrant health. Yeah, so certainly, I haven't seen really any productions coming from high school students, and my expectations, to be honest, was really low. But after working with the crew and in terms of acting, like seeing them cry on demand and to bring out that emotion just right on that spot was just amazing, and I was just really surprised by that. And in terms of watching on the big screen, I saw just the cinematography was just excellent, and just having the stunning views of Guam just made me a proud Guam resident, and to see out there was just amazing. I was very surprised. To be honest, I haven't seen too many films locally or documentaries locally. Well, because really aren't that many, right? So, but from the few I've seen, and then even comparing to maybe some of the dramas I've seen coming out of the Philippines, I think the production was excellent. Like I mentioned before, the cinematography, just the visuals are just stunning. I think that was top notch. That's probably one of the best things of the film. And in terms of storyline, I think it had enough plot twists. Despite being a really long 3-hour movie, I think it still kept you engaged with the acting and the storytelling. So certainly, I think it can get there. I think there probably has to be a little bit more fine editing and things that have to be done, but that really opens your eyes to what the potential is coming from this project on what can be, and I think there's a lot more improvements that we can get to that kind of Hollywood quality from here. The biggest moments of the film I was anticipating is my lines, because I had no idea how my acting was going to be, so I was a little bit nervous how I'd turn out, and wanted to see my reactions of my family and my kids of Dad being on the big screen. But I think one of the favorite parts are the parts where the main character, Dante, really portrays his emotional side of how he struggles and deals and internalizes with his diagnosis, and just the emotional parts of when he's talking to his family members about it, and as a family how they cope and deal with the situation. So just seeing that emotionality was really special. That's just interesting, or not really funny, but interesting that you brought that up, because pretty much a day or two after the film, where we watched the film with the family, was and I had the heart-to-heart talk with my daughter. She's 10 years old, 5th grade, and we really talked about some of the lessons out of there, and I always alluded back to the movie about honesty and telling the truth, and also not to make false accusations, or because that can have dire consequences, even death, and just not really manipulating people. That's not a pretty personality to have. Yeah, I certainly think the movie nailed the aspect of empathizing with the main character with the diagnosis. And I don't want to give too much away, but there are scenes in the part where you use certain tricks to make sure that you almost force the audience to really feel the pain that the main character goes through. It highlights some of the dynamics of how the rest of the family and friends are affected, if someone's going through a rough struggle, through a certain diagnosis, they may not be the same person, they might not be in the best mood, so you have to understand how to support the patient, and sometimes they can't go to school or do their absolute best, right? So you have to be empathetic towards that and understand that, and just that struggle of emotion between the family members and the main character was certainly felt. Yeah, definitely after watching this film, that just kind of gave me the epiphany that just schools really should start supporting film class, drama class, because it's totally gonna translate or be meaningful for when you're down the line in your profession, right? You could be the most genius or brilliant person, but if you can't really convey a message and help move someone emotionally, you're not going to be able to sell your service or your products. You're not going to be able to push a certain message you want to put out into the world. So I think learning these techniques, even just something simple like being able to present in front of a class or making a seminar, public speaking, those kind of skills are very underplayed in the school system right now. So I think drama and film will certainly push that envelope. So I definitely advocate for something like this. Going forward, yeah, I think these extracurriculars should be part of even core classes with in the school system. This film production is led by high school students, so we're talking a really low budget. We're competing with budgets of $1 million in Hollywood or even more, right? So I just want to kind of set that expectation, but I think you will be surprised at just the production, the quality of the production, the acting, and just watching the film will make you a proud Guam resident to see all the beautiful scenes that Guam has to offer and just the talent of these students. So I think definitely I recommend it. And then something tied to really Guam really is, I just came from a Guam Chamber of Commerce general meeting, and we talked about some strategies of how do we pull tourism more into Guam, what are the strategies, and we talked about airline subsidies and things like that. But I think one of the fastest and the best ways is to have even just one great production, one great film that shows the beauty of our island. And oftentimes even movies, tourists go to movie scenes from like Jurassic Park or movies made 20 years, so it's going to be a recurrent business where people want to take pictures in those scenes. So I think just that one film even can be a long-lasting draw for tourists to come to the island. Yeah, so I certainly really recommend watching this film and support these students in the island of Guam.